Eleanor Tarlow, a prosecutor, said she had not been aware of the problem before Tuesday. U.S. District Judge Kevin Castell, who oversees the case, instructed both sides to confer before he took any action. But he said that individual, whom he did not identify, later told a family member he needed approval from a judge in Honduras before continuing to speak with Colon. That certainly creates a problem for us in terms of putting on an effective defense, Colon said. Lawyer. Ex-Honduran president held like POW. Issue. Raymond. Attorney Colon. Good morning. I am Patrick Neville. I'm an expert witness. I am a court-qualified expert witness, Southern District. My specialty is suppressing evidence. I can help you defend, acquit John Hernandez. We can win this case. I am a retired New York City detective. I am a certified engineer. I bring to your table tools. Forensic tools, powerful, potent, helpful, customized to defend this case. Makes your job manageable, palatable, achievable. Guaranteed success. First tool, my 40-point forensic calibration intake database method. It's an Excel database. It ingests large amounts, all the evidence, all discovery, all exhibits. Second tool, ComStat for Hernandez, is an access database. The database, it's comprehensive, amalgamates, and reconciles large amounts, all the evidence, all discovery, gossip, innuendo, speculation, etc. Everything about the case. Third tool, a handwriting exemplar of Neri Lopez Sanabria. Forensic Zone Incorporated has acquired a handwriting exemplar of the purported signatory Neri. See Forensic Zone Forensic Report. Envisage the histrionics, U.S. DOJ attorneys, when material evidence, incriminating scribbles in notebook evidence, the much ballyhooed is undermined by common sense detective work. See attached forensic report. Methodically, mechanically, like a machine, our database returns useful data, datum, talking points, statistics, charts, graphs, and percentages, all good to defend Hernandez. Yes, finally, a database for forensics, computer statistics for evidence, and everything a struggling defense attorney needs to defend your client. It's called ComStat for Hernandez. It's based on my real police experience with police-style ComStat adapted to forensics. Raymond, you get, from me, a critique, old-school, forensic report, discrete every evidence. You get, from our database, New World computer statistics, all glitches, all missteps, all departure, good practice. It's assessments, all evidence, all discovery, it's global, entire body of evidence, makes evidence a neural network, far-ranging, everything that helps defend a client. Best of all, ComStat for Hernandez delivers blunder. Blunder is when proponent's process, technique, method is inexplicably and irredeemably flawed. Further, our database identifies, connects the agents, partners, supervisors, attorney connect to batches of tainted evidence. Result is, the case stumbles, our client benefits. A plea offer is inevitable. ComStat for Hernandez identifies malevolent blunder endemic to the entire body of evidence. Case example 1. Our database, we detect, publish obvious and discernible patterns of defect occurring in evidence 1, and also, same defect conspicuously occurring in evidence 3500. Additionally, our database, we show dozens, hundreds, other evidence containing similar, sloppy defect and or ineptitude. Do our database, evidence is painted with taint. Do our charts, graphs, our conclusions, statistics, large quantities of gut-willing discovery are now painted, connected with defect. Consequently, effectively, gut-willing body of evidence, previously incriminating Hernandez, now, it's working, to abet Hernandez. In conjunction with our database, we, you, 1, have arrived at a good place. The body of evidence, our database has fused it all together, it's all codependent, it's all interconnected. It's a house of cards. Our Hernandez database has made the evidence and neural network working, helping our defense. We show similar, common defect, shared by much discrete evidence. The evidence reformation, it's metaphysical, it's existential, it's a reversal of evidence fidelities, determinism, proclivity, and activism. It's a paradigm never anticipated by the prosecution. The evidence is now helping defend Hernandez. The evidence is now a drag for the prosecution. Congratulations, Attorney Raymond Cologne. You have accomplished a good deed for your client. The US DOJ, at this juncture, probably would rather abandon swaths of its own smelly, catastrophically flawed evidence. The US DOJ disdains embarrassment, impeachment, suppression, individually, collectively every evidence, every witness they promote. Essentially, our database is outing the US DOJ body of evidence for what it is. The evidence, we show it to be, it's sloppy, it's blunder, it's not reliable, it's obviously not authentic. It's evident, after viewing a published query from our Access database, the body of evidence is proven compromised. Queries, our database queries, demonstrably corroborating, mitigating, for Hernandez are now doing duty as defense exhibits. Our database, it is plain for court to visualize corroboration for court to see the evidence foundation is riddled with catastrophic blunder. Our database, it's making digestible much evidence containing many common flaws. It's Manichaeism, it's topsy-turvy for US DOJ, it's best for us, good for Hernandez. The body of evidence, once bad for Hernandez, is showing Hernandez in as victim of overzealous prosecutorial misconduct. US DOJ wants to couch Hernandez with bad vibe. Now, it's US DOJ, the jury is seeing askance. Now, Gutwillig, he is mobilized, compelled to quarantine his attestants, his evidence cowboys, the hard-to-rehabilitate DEA agents, operating Rambo style, absent supervision in a distant land. Well documented and investigated by US Senate, DEA agents have committed flagrant violations in Honduras, a distant subcontinent. It's questionable how much tainted DEA evidence can withstand scrutiny. Gutwillig, defending unscrupulous behaviors, bad evidence, in the light of a New York federal court is difficult. Consequently, and effectively evidence our side is relentless and methodically challenging, impeaching, evidence and witnesses. Effectively, we have turned momentum of case. Now, favor of court leaning support our client. The jury's sensibilities now is not trusting prosecution evidence. Seeing is believing, our database is palpable, in your face proof the evidence is compromised. Obvious, the US DOJ did not seriously vet their own evidence. Consequently, we are approaching impeaching the entire US DOJ case. Large amounts of tainted discovery are shown to be connected, interdependent. Thus, one evidence fall they all fall, like a house of cards. Neville method works, it's sublime, guaranteed we win. I've used the method in previous cases, including Southern District. In Southern District, case of Cooper v. Upstairs, et al. Sidney H. Stein, U.S. District Judge, I won, our side won, utilizing a database strategy. Rewardingly, we begin winning from the very first witness. We win big when Gutwillig realizes, he knows, every evidence, every discovery, discrete and collective is vulnerable, and we, the defense, will challenge every evidence. Invariably, Gutwillig will negotiate a resolution rather than suffer humiliation every evidence, every witness. This is why Neville is an effective expert witness. Neville is a valuable, contributing member of defense team. A valuable expert witness is a consultant with a method, a plan that works to dispense with evidence. An added value, Neville is an expert witness, qualified to opine bogus investigative method, blundered evidence acquisition processes. Neville provides a keen insider view into a corrupt system. In a logical, common-sense fashion. Neville's real police experience, combined with forensic engineering skills, makes the defense awesome. Patrick is an exceptional, unique expert witness. Neville's time in NYPD, he worked Bronx and Manhattan homicide, including narcotics. He was investigator Organized Crime Control Bureau. He has real major case experience. He is a New York State private investigator. He takes crime scene photos, including photogrammetry. Forensic lab is situated in the Bronx. Neville is 63 years young. Neville forensic education, training, thrust, is laser-focused suppressing evidence. CV upon demand. I employ the forensic world's most sophisticated softwares, hardware, calibrations, and technique. Importantly, demonstrating to the proponent his own evidence is less than credible is Forensic Zone's best work product. Accomplishing this landmark. Oftentimes, an early resolution is the outcome. The evidence, is it good or bad in terms of federal rules? It'll show the court, forensically, electricity-wise, irrefutably, how, why the body of evidence is corrupt and not trustworthy. Is the body of evidence good or bad in terms of common sense? It'll show the taint, the departure from ethical, fair, practice. You want to win. You want to impeach, incriminating evidence. Expert Neville is a member of A.S. Audio Engineering Society, Forensic Standards Committee. Attorney Colon talks bail for his client. You want a satisfactory resolution to the case you are defending. Comstat for Hernandez shows patterns of blunder, ineptitude, embedded in the process, method, body of evidence. Forensic Zone's unique 40-point forensic calibration discovery intake method is comprehensive, germane, and awesome. It works. Also, Forensic Zone's Comstat for Hernandez database is all facts, all evidence, all innuendo, makes monolithic and searchable, all datum, delivers charts, graphs, statistics useful to defense. It works. Guaranteed. Why you'll be thankful you hired Neville to be your police expert witness. Neville possesses a unique skill set. Neville possesses a Bachelor of Science in Criminal Justice. Neville is court-qualified police procedure expert witness. He is a highly qualified, schooled, and certified forensic engineer. Forensic Zone utilizes most sophisticated forensic analysis. Neville cogently opines and explains plain English to court how to understand how and why calibrations correlate to corrupt evidence. Typically, juries and the court are fascinated with Neville's elucidations. Neville is a federal court qualified expert witness. Neville is a New York City detective, retired. He is a seasoned major case investigative detective. Neville weaves sophisticated forensic technology and spotlights bad police procedure and impeachable evidence. Neville contributes to the defense exculpating exhibits. Exhibits favorable to defense. Exhibits regarding defect. Defect that was always extant but not seen. Once a defect in evidence is seen, it can never be unseen. With Neville on your team, you will profit, realize, acquitting reports, opinions, opining, charts, graphs. Incredibly, Forensic Zone is one-stop shopping to dispense with a mountain of evidence and win a criminal case. Neville is a threat to bad evidence, bad agents, exploitive attorneys, bad investigations, and flawed prosecutions. Neville method, my unique process is proven. Similar to a new car diagnostic, we get every important calibration, every metric, every nuanced defect regarding the evidence and the case. My method, it's a time saver, it's a money saver. Best of all, it's fun to win an otherwise unwinnable case. It's hope. You're in trouble because of evidence. Now the hope part. The evidence that got you in jail, now, that same evidence is in trouble. With hardcore forensics, we impeach evidence. With database, we impeach base of evidence. Hope. Hope arrives. You'll know, the defendant will know, the proponent will know, straight away, the forensic quality of the proponent's evidence at hand. Evidence that categorically problematic cannot be rehabilitated. This talk is for the defense team's benefit. This talk is for benefit of your client, Juan Hernandez. I feel good about this. I'm intrigued regarding the Hernandez case. I speculate, much of Hernandez evidence has no attached hash, is not original, is edited, is tampered with, is stale, corrupt, is compressed, reformatted, binary code is damaged, unattested, uncorroborated, is tainted with blunder. Note, binary code defect is not reparable. Additionally, evidence that is tangible, like guns and narcotics, requires a different skill set. Neville, a retired NYCPD detective, has real police experience, knowledge, and insight. Neville is an asset. Neville has built-in cachet, believability, being a retired New York City detective. Neville cited 3 times refusing bribe offer. 12 homicide arrests. Over 300 guns removed from street. Forensic Zone's 40-point intake calibration method will ingest every discovery, every evidence, every metric, every innuendo, every available minutiae the opposition hits us with. Comstat, it's like a machine that eats, ingests, discovery, and returns useful talking points. We capitalize every tidbit of data, info. The more evidence, the more ammo our database ingests, the more work product it returns, contributing for our robust defense. The more datum, the more facts, more statistics we get, the better it is for our database, and better to defend Hernandez. Previously, Detective Reynoso arrested Nery Lopez Sanabria. Purportedly, Nery Lopez Sanabria was in possession of ledger books, weapons, and currency. Honduran Detective Reynoso testifies, losing material ledger book evidence 13 days. This manifestation is outrageous. Nery Lopez Sanabria was housed Poza Jail, protective custody. Nery Lopez Sanabria changed his name so as to avoid violence. Nery Lopez Sanabria, the purported author, signatory, and attestant to the infamous, unauthenticated, and material scribbles in the contested ledger books, is interviewed in person, in Poza Jail, by U.S. DOJ Attorney Robert Fiedel in regard to testifying against Juan Hernandez. Subsequent and consequent to said interview, Nery was released from protective custody. Nery was summarily executed by fellow inmates. Subsequent to Nery execution, Fiedel did resign 23-year career with U.S. DOJ. Fiedel is in private practice. Fiedel had no comment to inquiries. Fiedel did intimate jail, was a repository of handwriting exemplars. Gutwillig, conspicuously, does not authenticate, nor corroborate bogus scribbles with handwriting analysis. I have a revelation for you. FYI. Forensic Zone has obtained a bona fide handwriting exemplar of Nery Lopez Sanabria from Honduran prison. Nery is the purported author, signatory, of the scribbles in the contested ledger books. Nery Lopez Sanabria exemplar is not a match to scribbles in the ledger books. Neville is a certified Microsoft Office specialist, including Excel and Access Database by Skidmore College. Microsoft certification is a required, arcane, esoteric, and admirable offensive skill. It is surgically precise and mandated when presenting datum, computer statistics in the courtroom. Neville's unique skill set matches parameters this case mandates. I believe this case is winnable for the defense. Also, due to my prodigious and comprehensive career, I am court qualified in a multi-array of specialties. Following as subjects, I am court qualified to opine. Incidentally, and importantly, essentially, all of the below specialties are components of the database. The Hernandez database will be an exhibit at trial. Implication is, we get full mileage, all the good, exculpatory evidence the database publishes at time it becomes an exhibit. Much before testimony our side is reaping benefit. My specialties listed below, and are included categories, talking points in the database report serving, already an exhibit. Audio, video, digital media, discontinuity, international digital media hash and identification, voice analysis, voice elimination, photogrammetry, computer architecture, binary code, spectrograph, histogram, oscilloscope, electrical condition, electrical, ESD, electrostatic discontinuity, ESO 2020, small weapons, firearm, warrants, warrant application, warrant execution, and warrant return. Probable cause and police procedure, lineup, photo array, evidence, vouchering evidence, chain of custody of evidence, chain of command, evidence identification, evidence markings, hash code, blockchain, international, two-part authentication, fingerprints, switchblade, fax, copier, printing, binary code, metadata, ESD, ENF, edit, tempered, JPEG, BMP, formats, codecs, documents, prisons, inmates, handwriting. Graphic image, photograph, Microsoft Office certified, including Excel and Access, ATL.
I can't hear you.
All of the above are categories, modules, of database, addressing every evidence, and constitutes a sky-high wall of obstacle for gut willing. I am a sitting, contributing member AES, Audio Engineering Society, Forensic Standards Group. I can help your case. I can help sharpen your examination of a witness.
Elise.
I'm confident about my subject matter. My facts are scientific, repeatable, are corroborated with white papers.
And if I write
Adversaries engineers will agree with my process, or I will demonstrate in court and prove my point. My second big reveal. For your benefit, your delight, your edification, I have already prepared a faux version of CompStat for Hernandez. It is available for your viewing. If we plug in the actual Hernandez evidence, it will be viable and ready for duty.
No,
CompStat for Hernandez is a living entity. It works best when experienced in person.
So I can give to them so they
Raymond,
can
let's meet, see in person what's good for you. We can make it work good. Probably you'll get a continuation to allow me time to get up to speed. I look forward to meeting you and discussing the possibilities.
How much?
Case scenario 1. In real time, you're examining a witness. He is grizzled DEA agent Hardcase regarding an audio evidence file incriminating John Hernandez. Hardcase's evidence, it has been determined by me after examination that it contains patterns of discontinuity, redacted important mitigating dialogue, no hash, and no chain of custody of evidence, and no attestant to the original. Additionally, the metadata indicate audio editing software. Note, these particular irregularities are ubiquitous, and typically undetected due to fact they are not obvious to the pedestrian.
Go where?
Hardcase and prosecutors exploit evidence with hidden defects. A proficient professional expert witness is required to make these hidden irregularities obvious and discernible to the
I
court.
left my keys here.
Part authentication, fingerprints, switchblade, fax, copier, printing, binary code, metadata, ESD, ENF, edit, tempered, JPEG, BMP, formats, codecs, documents, prisons, inmates, handwriting. Graphic image, photograph, Microsoft Office. Very often government agents and proponent lawyer for defective evidence will be blithely ignorant of defects contained in evidence they are publishing, promoting so as to advance their agenda. Further, Hardcase testifies the glitch that would be catastrophic. It is benign, not intentional, and not well intended. Hardcase assures you he never intended to bias the case against Hernandez. Hardcase file is regarded unreliable and is deemed not admissible. Hardcase minimizes and dismisses his onus as a one-off fluky happenstance, and overall, it is of no great importance. Get over it. Hardcase admonishes you, Attorney Raymond Cohen. Hardcase spontaneous utterance to the court is Hernandez is obviously guilty anyway due to the large quantities, not quality, and besides the glitch, it never happened second time and will never happen again. Besides, there is a lot of other evidence against Hernandez. Meantime, I'm your expert witness. I'm vigilant, responsive, I'm your fact-checking, statistic generating, chart and graph printing, dynamic expert witness. I'm posted nearby examination, your prolific consultable case statistician. Raymond, we work together. Raymond, you're the attorney. I am subordinate and ancillary to you. We work mutualistic. And I am supportive. It is the new synergy. All the datum I unearth is ever present, and it was there before I arrived, and merely, I unearthed it. Import is, supposition is, thus, if I find evidence is defective, then the proponent, in this case US DOJ, was aware evidence was defective, substandard, before distribution at time of discovery. US DOJ may deliberately not authenticate evidence by in-house engineers because they know evidence is tainted. Raymond, you pursue a thread with a witness on the stand, and simultaneously, I generate charts, graphs, statistics, datum, facts, talking points, lines of inquiry that are germane to witness at hand. You have might of all 3,500 plus evidence and ancillary documents at your fingertips. I am objective and honest. I was awarded 3 commendation for refusing substantial bribe offers. I am an inductee New York City Honor Legion. My method, police-style CompStat for forensics, was adapted by me from and which I'm always perfecting. CompStat for forensic is a sophisticated method, a tool, a skill of gleaning datum, salient facts, and presenting results to defense and court, thusly adding to tier of fact. Lieutenant Jake Maples and Police Commissioner Bratton are my mentors. CompStat for Hernandez is by no means automatic, it requires planning and purposeful determination. Again, I digress. Back to DEA agent Hardcase, who is testifying. I'm working our database, squeezing, querying our Excel and Access databases. Searching, finding relevant cases. Agent Hardcase allowed the same, and other, irregularities to invade and corrupt evidence. Wow, lo behold, immediate, our database, I find 22 instances Hardcase caused the same irregularity in discrete and different evidence. Incident and important is fact. Agent Hardcase partner, immediate supervisor, and DOJ attorney were all the same, all attending, all present, and all equally accountable for all 22 tainted evidence as much as Agent Hardcase. The evidence is product of a quasi-military organization, and supervisors are answerable. Proximate in time to Hardcase affirming, he caused no additional screw-ups. You confront, hit, Agent Hardcase with these 22 new cases, 22 cases. Agent Hardcase's name is attached, indicating, containing, forensic calibration proof, irrefutable, undisputable, undeniable, unreversible, catastrophic fault. The insinuation is Hardcase was cognizant evidence was corrupt and he was proffering it regardless. John Hernandez, get incarcerated. Raymond, you have couched Hardcase devious in ears, eyes of jury. That will rock even a seasoned government testifier. Blunder, again you have introduced blunder. Hardcase is bamboozled, the power of Excel, Access, and CompStat for Hernandez has just stymied, trumped, neutralized DEA agent Hardcase. Hardcase, gut willing, and the case against Hernandez just got checkmated. Hardcase's own words, his company in-house dictated party line, automatic verbal obstructions, his denials, his excuses, his braggadocios is blowing up in his face. When contrasted with hardcore forensics, Hardcase is couched fabricator. CompStat is a forensic tool for the new age of large amounts discovery. Prosecutors and agents are blind, not privy to the computer analytics for forensic, cutting-edge, sophisticated, behind-the-scenes forensic tools gleaning, constructing, reprising, import, reduction, and deduction from vast amounts of evidence. Especially so, evidence acquired over extended amounts of time, geography, and operatives is reconciled by computer analytics. Vast amounts of discovery are a boon to the defense. Merely intake the evidence with my unique, comprehensive 40-plus point forensic calibration intake method, and utilize computer statistics. Forensic Zones offers CompStat of Hernandez. The US DOJ response to large amounts of evidence discovery is to subcontract a computer-savvy independent and external contractor to catalog, categorize, and delineate evidence specific to each defendant. I've incorporated that thrust, that forward thinking, and that of police-style CompStat into CompStat for Hernandez. Raymond, day 1 of trial, 1 evidence, 1 witness, first witness, Agent Hardcase. Already, you have attained success. You have confounded Hardcase with hard forensic proof his evidence is corrupt. Further, you attach all gut-willing evidence, and endemic is taint, fault, and incompetence, and defect. Success again, you have foundation, you've established probably the entire body of Gutwillig's evidence against Hernandez if he should blunder. All Gutwillig's evidence, Comstat for Hernandez, has made it monolithic, it's viral, it's a neural network, and we show it's corrupt. It's an interconnected neural network, it's not trustworthy. Evidence number 1 is attached and undermine evidence number 3500. This is the work product of Forensic Zone's Comstat for Hernandez. Meet with me. I'll demonstrate in person. See it in person. Just an hour, 1 hour, I'll impeach evidence and construct a database. Seeing is believing. You'll believe in it. Guaranteed, you'll love it. This will be the template for the rest of trial's evidence. Exponential is your projected success at impeaching witnesses and evidence. Gutwillig will have no stomach for long and protracted embarrassment as you eviscerate each and every evidence he presents. Agent Hardcase is the face of Gutwillig's bogus evidence against Hernandez. You have laid believable, common-sense foundation. Hardcase is not a credible witness. Additionally, you show credible, common-sense reasons why blunder is a common thread of Gutwillig evidence against Hernandez. Now, in real time, we show the US DOJ Gutwillig warehouse of evidence is working for us, for one. For the defense. Hardcase just testified with authority that he, Hardcase, may or may not have made a mistake, a one-off, one time, and anyway, if it is a mistake, a glitch, it occurred only one time and it is of no consequence. Hardcase is not contrite, no, because Hardcase does not know what you have coming. The jury begins to question, doubts Hardcase's competence, his sincerity, and his believability. Now, further, additionally, Raymond, your expert witness. I provide you more datum, more facts, conclusion regarding the entire body of evidence. Corroboration is great, let's pile it on. Datum is facts and statistics. Datum is facts and statistics derived from databases. 3,500 Gutwillig cases, no hash, or 100% of discovery, no hash. 3,500 Gutwillig cases, no attestant, or 100% discovery, no attestant. 90 audio evidence contain discontinuity, or 80% of audio evidence are catastrophically tampered with. 2219 video case contain irregular histograms, indicating material binary code evidence information has been removed. Raymond, have Agent Hardcase, lead Hardcase, question Hardcase, talk to the jury regarding significance of evidence that is false, defective, unreliable, and unbelievable. We, have laid the foundation for blunder. Gutwillig case is on shaky ground. Raymond, take credit for helping Hernandez case. Raymond, give credit where credit is due. Computer statistics and Comstat for Hernandez. And Forensic Zone unique 40-point forensic calibration intake method. We win. John wins. Make that witness contradict themselves. Make that witness describe every edit, every tamper, every missing, etc., associated with that evidence. We have at our fingertips every evidence file and defect therein that witness is attached to or otherwise. Raymond, in your present case, Southern District, the evidence is old, it's stale, it's international, a lot of it, it's derived from the internet, a lot of material evidence is compromised. A lot of it, no hash, no blockchain, no two-part authentication, no attestants, no chain of custody of evidence, it is edit, it is tampered, it's Reynoso admitted in testimony, the lucky books were disappeared 13 days, no authentication, no voice analysis, pose a jail writing exemplars. Gutwillig apparently buried you with discovery. Hoping, wanting you. Gutwillig expects you to choke, suffocate, and not hire an expert witness like myself and challenge the authenticity of each discrete evidence. The evidence at hand, in my opinion, will not survive rigor of scientific, forensic authentication. A big boatload of evidence is vulnerable to my method. My method is called Comstat for Hernandez. In practicality, a lot of evidence makes my method, Comstat, produce better results. In actuality, all the prosecution, supposedly incriminating discovery, becomes mitigating ammo for our side. All Gutwillig 3500 plus discrete evidence is like ready-made snowballs to throw back at Gutwillig. My method, our database links together all the evidence. Imagine all 3500 plus discrete evidence become a monolithic block of talking points for our side. I query, extract from the database obvious and detectable irregularities. We show blunder. We undermine the credibility of the entire body of Discover. It's all good for you, us, our side, the defense. It's all right, waiting to get to be impeached. We show catastrophic defects in the prosecution case. We show purposeful omissions in the prosecution case.
About anybody.
No in-house authentication.
Whatever they did,
Like no blockchain authentication.
they're grown men.
Like no double authentication method.
Involved in that.
No voice
Have nothing to
analysis.
do with it.
Like no original evidence. Like a lot of evidence
good
is tampered with, discontinuous and
These are
material,
good
mitigating dialogue
So if
is
they leave, then
missing.
you have your place back.
Also, the evidence. All the
Well,
evidence.
they get evicted.
Every fact, every datum point. All 3,500 plus individual pieces of evidence. Of all of it is at your /r. I can impeach, suppress, and show taint, embedded, infecting all your evidence you're defending against. All the evidence is vulnerable. Overarching. All your evidence, big umbrella. All the evidence. It's all tainted with blunder. I win cases. I am court qualified in Southern District. Presently, you're in Southern District. I'm ready, willing, able to help your case. I am an engineer. Suppressing evidence. It's my specialty. It's my professional goal. My solo goal.